This, children, is the conventional deadlift. The only true deadlift. The only one that counts in this world. If you pull sumo, you can get the fuck out. 'Cause you ain't welcome around these parts. Once you pull 3 plates, anything before you pull 3 plates, you're just an iron toddler, just a little baby. Once you pull 3 plates, that's like your first day in iron preschool. You come home and you tell your mama,
"Hey mama, look at what I made on these 3 paper plates. On this one is baby Jesus smoking a cigarette. This one is you and daddy wrestling with no clothes on. And this one is 2 gay dinosaurs under a rainbow."
Son, therapy starts tomorrow.
I may have filled the 585, but I dropped it to 545 and drank a nice tall glass of shut the fuck up and do the lift. My true max is probably somewhere around 565. This 545 was only brutally hard because I burnt out a shit ton of power going for the 585. One thing I haven't mentioned yet about these pause speed deficit trap bar deadlifts is that they're more mentally challenging than anything else you could possibly do in the gym. When you pick up that pause and it takes everything you got, you feel your eyes about to pop out of your skull, and then you pull that heavy shit as fast as you can, it takes a lot out of you. You'll be like, damn, I don't want to, after set 1, you'll be like, damn, I don't want to lift this heavy ass shit again. This shit's hard. You might even be so frazzled you'll stop thinking clearly altogether, and you'll think changing your name to Johan and moving to Sweden and joining a rural ancestral cult is a good idea. I've seen the movie Midsommar. You might not want to do that, but if you're dead set on it, just be on your best behavior or they will kill you. That is, of course, if these deadlifts don't kill you first. Here are some key points when doing heavy deadlifts. 1. Drop the kids off at the pool before. You think squats are the only thing that'll make you shit your pants? Think again. 2. Always warm up. And remember, no matter how small and weak you are, warm-up start at 3:15. 3. Get psyched up. Think of something that really pisses you off, like how your parents never loved you as a child, and how they never had the birds and the bees conversation, and you had to learn it from watching your mom's Denise Austin aerobics videos, and ask yourself, why do I enjoy watching these ladies in these neon-colored onesies doing these strange dances, and what is this strange feeling in my wiener? 4. Dial in that form so you don't break your back. 5. Exhale at the top. Don't hold your breath so you don't pass out like I did when I took Xanax and fell asleep in front of my probation officer. Lifting weights for general health and fitness purposes is one thing, but powerlifting? That, my friends, is another animal altogether. The weight I'm benching here could kill me if I'm not careful. If I drop this on my chest or my neck, I'm going to die. So I think you gotta be a little bit of a psychopath to be a powerlifter. And I showed signs of that very early on. One time this kid wanted to be my friend, and I tied him to a chair and in my basement and left him in the darkness for hours. The kid just wanted to be my friend, and I left him in the dark, literally. Yeah, I didn't kill any animals or anything, but I stabbed a kid in the ass with a pencil, and there was this girl I had a crush on, and she didn't like me back, so I melted the pedals off her bicycle with my dad's blowtorch. But you know what? Powerlifting isn't about being a psychopath. That's just a prerequisite. What it is it's a deeply intrinsic visceral beauty of cheating death and feeling more alive and escaping your shitty reality. I showed y'all these pause speed deficit trap bar deadlifts last week, but I feel like I understated their biblical significance in the religion of iron. These are like Genesis from the Old Testament, the origin and first immaculate conception of strength as we know it. On the first day, God created plates, and it was good, for we eat food on plates. And on the second day, He created the bar,
And it was good enough, for many of you were conceived in a bar. And skipped to the 7th day, and he taught us powerlifting. And it was more than good, for it taught us how to become strong as shit and release our rage. And therefore, not murder as much.
Try out these seated rope cable hammer curl or tricep extension superset drop sets to torture your arms like an arsonist. You think making ladies salivate in their underpants is the only reason I do this shit? No. That's only number 2. Number 1 is for the apocalypse. I'm gonna be ready. So when I go to war in the grocery store over supremacy of the Little Debbie section, I'm coming out on top. In fact, I'll probably just kill you by default unless you bring me about 3 or 4 boxes of peanut butter cream pies and maybe some zebra cakes. You think I wouldn't murder people for baked goods? My Krispy Kreme kill count would be off the charts, son. You guys ever notice how everybody just wants instant results and nobody's willing to just buckle down and put in the work? Just notice how they've made the 6-minute everything. 6-minute home workout in your living room with your cat Reginald looking right at you like you need to be institutionalized immediately. 6-minute Spanish lessons. ¿Cómo estás? No bueno, por favor, pendejo. The 6-minute work week. Good luck with that one. Have fun being homeless. The 6-minute at-home vasectomy kit from Amazon.com. You open up the box, and it's a pair of scissors with a sticky note that says, "Best of luck, have fun." 6-minute macaroni and cheese. Oh, actually, that does take about 6 minutes for a good quality bowl of Velveeta. 6-minute abs. Whoever invented the 6-minute abs is a 6-minute pussy. Speaking of 6-minute pussy, if your girl takes more than 6 minutes.
We are the youth gone wild. Well, my generation is for sure. Being that Skid Row generation, I just barely made the cut. Being born at the ass end of the 80s for being a Skid Row baby. And our generation, we were little fucking badasses. I don't know about today's kids. Today's kids are youth gone sayonaras. They're out to lunch, man. And the sayonaras is also an acronym for soft as yogurt on non-actual realities and such. Don't believe me? Just take a look outside. See any kids out there? Nope. We were out there, boy. Adventuring admirably, bleeding our own blood, cuddling with chaos, dancing with destruction, and even exiting the exosphere. Not really, but at least we tried.
Well, hello, children, and welcome to the Iron Gauntlet. As you no doubt have guessed, today is leg day. This is the day when the men are separated from the fetuses. The strong separated from the weak. The macaroni separated from the cheese. The bold separated from the beautiful. The young separated from the restless. The tire separated from your bicycle. The broccoli separated from your teeth. The Christmas separated from the tree. And order separated from the universe. That's entropy, baby. Leg day. Get it.
If y'all know me, you know I'm that bi-liftual bad boy. I like both powerlifting and bodybuilding. But let me tell you why I like powerlifting a little bit more. It gives you more of a mental challenge, and a sense of accomplishment and achievement, and a confidence boost when you finally hit that PR lift you've been dreaming of. A set of 10 on bicep curls isn't that challenging. That's like going to your old girl Memphis or Charlie Baltimore. You can hit that for about $60 and maybe a little bit of heroin. But that heavy PR deadlift, that's like that hottie at the liquor store that you've been dreaming of. It takes you a week just to get the balls to go ask her out, and you finally get to hit it. And man, you have a newfound belief in yourself. But just let it be a red flag if she has orange contact lenses and is gothic. She's going to tear your heart out to pieces. A great man once said, in fact, a great strong man, great legendary John Paul Sigmarsson said, "There is no reason to be alive if you can't do deadlift." And ironically enough, he died while deadlifting. So what he could have said was, "There is a reason to be dead if you can't do alive lifting." One could do all kinds of shit if one was so inclined. So why not incline yourself to greatness? Incline yourself to be more productive with your time. Incline yourself to master the stock market and cryptocurrency. Incline yourself to be less of a fat piece of shit. Incline yourself to get an enema. Incline yourself to bake a penis-shaped cake for your gay friend on his birthday, and then he gets offended. Tell him it's a joke, not a dick. Don't take it so hard. Oh wait, it is a dick. Incline yourself to call your mother and tell her you love her. Incline yourself to start being nice to people. Unless somebody wrongs you, then you kill that motherfucker. After all, life is an uphill battle. Might as well adapt to it. You ever run full speed up a hill with a sword? Didn't think so. Just incline yourself not to engage. How would you like to have the core strength of a dang rhinoceros? Or I don't know, the average Russian woman? Well, I'll tell you this. You better farm her up, son. Grab that iron, take a walk. Iron up. Pull on your iron overalls, farm some iron corn, milk them iron cows, and become an iron badass. Because this is not a game, boy. This is not a game, boy, and it is not a game, boy. Bruh, you're 30 freaking years old. Get a job. Put the Pokemon to sleep. And I'm not talking about tucking them in and telling them a good night story either. Euthanize them, biatches. Anyways, this is the farmer's walk. The walk of the farmer. It's also an actual masculine way to do cardio. It's like transforming Richard Simmons into Gene Simmons. What's up, all you caramel, Jamocha, Jamuka, Maca, Frappiato sucking motherfuckers? Guess what? I'm mad at y'all. Y'all are in a doghouse. Y'all are in timeout. You want to sleep with Daddy? You want to get back in bed with Daddy? Well, stop giving him the frozen shoulder. Stop being a freaking stranger. One, you're not 5 years old. And B, I'm not a freaking lurker saying, get in the van, I got candy. All I'm saying is you can get intimate with me without sucking peanut butter off my tits. So this is a new powerlifting program I'm doing. It combines the Westside Barbell Conjugate method with Brandon Lilly's Cube method. So every day I alternate. Every training day, I train 3 days a week. I do squat, bench, and dead every training session, and I'm alternating the intensities for each one. So one day would be heavy bench, speed deadlift, and moderate squat, and I alternate each one for different days. Here's a good way you can target your upper chest. I like to call these medium to high cable crossovers. Set the pulleys at about your waist height, and you step forward a couple feet, and use kind of a light, comfortable weight so you can maximize the time under tension and really control the negatives. Do a slow and controlled eccentric. And I feel like a lot of things that are eccentric get mislabeled. Say, for example, you enjoy making love to your girlfriend while wearing a wig. That doesn't necessarily make you a transgender lesbian. Just means you're eccentric. Or if you like watching cartoon porn, doesn't mean you're a pedophile. You probably are, but you could just be eccentric. Give these seated one-arm rows a try for that deep dish piece of contraction. I'll tell you what though, these hurt so good they'll make you want to drink some of that Jim Jones Kool-Aid and meet the Lord, if you know what I mean.
Train with a heavy load of my past, and these rails that I've been riding on, they're worn so thin that they're damn near gone. I guess that they just weren't built to last.
What's up, all you beautiful little sauteed, salivating salamander salad samplers? I'm back again to molest your ear holes.
This bench press video is dedicated to my boy Savage. Savage says I'm not funny. Well, guess what, Savage? You may have me beat on the old bench press, but bench pressing 1x your body weight is not very savage now, is it? Sure, our 3-lift total comes out to be just about even Steven, but me weighing about 100 pounds less means I, pound for pound, kick your ass all the way to the bank.
Here's some leg extensions with just about the whole stack, like it's a basket full of cute little baby kittens. But cute little baby kittens that shoot lasers out of their eyes straight into your legs, because this burns, bro. So when I train legs, what I do is I start with the strength, the powerlifting, the heavy reps, the heavy weight, the low reps, and then I switch to the higher rep pump work to get a great pump in the quads, hamstrings, and the baby cows, aka your calves.
Want a set of shoulders that'll strike fear into the hearts of men and make women's underpants slide off on automatic sky cap into the world of tomorrow? You better hit them beesies from every angle. Get in there! And grab some dumbbells that aren't too heavy so that you can do 10 front laterals, 10 side laterals, and 10 rear laterals, back to back to back, hitting them 10, 10, 10s like you're gonna be hitting them 10, 10, 10s. And remember what Bruce Lee said. Don't think, feel. Cause mind muscle connection and time under tension is the name of the game.
This is not a weekend retreat. This is not adult summer camp. This is not a seminar to make you feel happy about your worthless, insufferably mundane existence. This is not your grandmother baking you cupcakes, patting you on the back, and telling you that you're a good boy. This is powerlifting. For me, it's my painful pleasure. First painful pleasure I can remember being about 5 or 6 years old was sticking a fork in the electrical outlet in the basement. And then it was skateboarding, rolling the dice with death on a daily basis, wagering my skull, knees, elbows, ankles, heels, tailbone, and even the family jewels. And these days, it's the ridiculous adrenaline rush of lifting ridiculously heavy shit. The ultimate way to test your might.
I'll tell you what, boy, doing these dip machine drop sets is like dipping your nuts in a pot of boiling hot coffee, because it burns like a mug, bruh. I pretty much do these twice a week. I switch up the rep ranges. On this one, I did sets of 15. Sometimes I'll do like 10, 20, 30, or 10, yeah. But today I did sets of 15. I do these till I hate myself so much that I want to divorce myself and file for custody of my own coffee burn victim nuts.
If you do this cable grip exercise I invented, you can quit your jiu-jitsu classes because you'll not only be able to choke your opponent out single-handedly, you'll be able to rip out his fucking esophagus like a Mortal Kombat fatality. And the pump you'll get from this is stupider than a lizard trying to sell you car insurance. Just don't blame me if you pull the steering wheel off your Honda Civic. Or, I don't know, accidentally rip your dick off, boy. Ladies, go easy on your man's little Smokey, you feel me? Some more poverty benching for y'all. It's 225 for 5. I should be doing about 275, maybe 295 by the size I am. But you know, I had a pack of wild ferrets stick a chunk out of my right arm. And I'm still recovering from that. The technique on the bench press is pertinent. You don't want to hurt yourself here, especially if you're lifting heavy, if you're powerlifting. You want to arch your back. You get that arch nice and tight. Basically try to bring your butt up to your shoulders, squeeze your shoulder blades into the bench, and you're tucking the bar keep your elbows tucked, all right? You don't want to have your elbows flared out. That's how you fuck your shoulders up. And lower the bar right under your nips, and engage that leg drive, blast that bad boy up. I like to call these bad boys Power Concentration Curl Drop Sets, or PCCD for short. They probably make these mandatory for kindergartners in the old USSR. And after doing them, you're going to want to take some CBD and take a nap. Not quite sure how well this would translate to optimal hypertrophy for bodybuilding. It's going to make you stronger, that's for sure. Won't help you satisfy your lady in the bedroom, but it'll allow you to beat any dude at any bar at any given time at arm wrestling. And it'll probably help your bench press because your biceps are stabilizers on the eccentric portion of the bench press.